I don't know how many thumbnails.
I don't know how many fucking thumbnails either, guy. You had so much fucking help through the goddamn years that you're gonna just be paying people for months and months with your YouTube revenue, and you'll be like, wow, I thought that I was fucking making money off YouTube, but it seems to just be going out the door as fast as it's coming in. You
I
hit the
know,
button,
right?
didn't
Isn't
you?
that? Yes, I did. I so hit the button.
You son of a bitch.
Welcome everybody back to the fandom zone, and you guys got a little sneak peek, a little reveal behind the curtain of what we talk about. And I waited because I knew once PB gets into his rant, he loses all focus on everything else. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Everybody else should hear this.
No, I just happened to look up at the clock and I was like, oh, it hit 8 o'clock. There's a chance that he hit the button, didn't he? Son of a bitch. Apparently, you only use your little video as an outro now, hey? Now we're back to doing cold openings? God, I love cold openings. I don't know if the audience likes cold openings, but I love them.
No, I'm gonna go back to the intro. That was just a funny rant, and I knew it was coming. And I'm like, I should only experience these. All of the wonderful people out there should experience these cold openings. Get a little peek behind the curtain. I've always wanted to do a show where we just record, but we talk about stuff that like we talk about in the back room, because I always thought that'd be funny and people would be really like confused. Like, just don't tell anyone we're live. And just go live and pretend like we accidentally hit the button or something.
Ah, a green room show.
A green room show, just give people a little sneak peek, because it's great when you're doing this YouTube thing.
I was going to say, the only problem with that is I feel like there's going to be one or two people in the chat that are like, he's not interacting with us. And I'll be like, that's the whole point.
That's the show. That's the brilliance of it. Oh my goodness. Susan, thank you so much. $10 super chat says hi. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Holy crap.
I know. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd see those like things coming up. It's like I never felt obligated to do this for money, because like I was just like, hey, if it happens by the year 3000, then fine. But my sole purpose is to just bring you guys good content. And if I'm doing that, that one in itself is rewarding. I was talking about this the other day, and not that bitchy is against me getting monetized, by no means. She said several times, I'm only with you for the money, right? I just want you to know that. It's all about the money. And I go, well, at least you're not Amber Heard and you're straightforward about it. I can deal with that, because if I have the knowledge, then, if something happens, the fault is mine. You know what I mean? Johnny got swindled. At least I got the heads up. So, when I lose half, it'd be like, yeah, I was playing the odds, guys. You win some,
I think it's funny that you think you would only lose half. Hilarious.
Let me just say hi to everyone I can see right now. Janie, what up? Gary North, what up? Geekocidal Tendencies. Carmen, I'm saying hi to you. Hi, Carmen. I want you to know right here, Carmen, I see you and I appreciate you. Barbara, what up? The amazing, spectacular, awesome mod, Cherry K. Susan, hi. Elizabeth, me. Alan, good to see you, Alan. I haven't seen you in a bit. Phantasmagorical, yes, I got the name. Hi.
Oh my God. What is this? You get monetized and all of a sudden you can fucking read?
it's like, and speaking of monetization, the best way to get monetized is to use your Samsung A11, because, it's got 5 cameras and, just a great StreamYarding features. So, Samsung. Go get it. Yeah, folks, I'm sorry. I'm going to be a slave to commercialism. I became the very thing I was fighting against.
Not a paid sponsor.
Yeah. Imagine. I always think about that Family Guy episode. Remember when he went on The Bachelor and he's like, He goes, I'm so angry with myself. I became the very thing I mocked. So,
Did you just ask me if I watched The Bachelor?
No, Family Guy. The episode when they made fun of The Bachelor.
Oh,
Yes.
they made fun of The Bachelor. I mean, yeah, I watched Family Guy, but I probably didn't see that episode. I am way, way behind. Apparently, I'm even farther behind than I thought. Though. I know it's okay. How old of an episode? Because I'm like 3 seasons behind.
I don't remember how old it
exactly.
is.
Nobody remembers anything here. Nobody remembers anything. I'm dealing with somebody who is from a separate planet, doesn't even speak the proper language, and then somebody who I thought would remember because he just got to download it into his cybernetic memory and then recall it up. But he's like, nah, we're not going to be storing that data.
Welcome everybody to the greatest show. And look, we finally made it on television. Do you guys ever think we would be on television?
What do you mean on television?
Shalana said hi at Mr. Phantom Zone. I'm watching on TV.
Yeah, you can cast YouTube on your TV.
Yeah, okay, where have you been, guy? A special moment for me. Okay, I'm not. I know the technology. Can I just feel famous for once? Can I feel famous?
People be sending them dollars tonight, right? Because we're not doing a show anymore unless you start paying up.
He already got money sent to him. Relax, dog.
I'm gonna joke about that for a while because I need some dollars.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna start it on me. I knew.
Come on, give Zod the money, guys.
Cyber's first thing is like, okay, I'm the guard here. No, I appreciate it. And look, guys, I'm not one of those YouTubers that are like, I got a flat tire, so I'm going to do my live stream. Remember, who was that YouTuber? He's like, hey, guys, I'm doing a live stream because I got a flat tire. And, let's get these. And I'm like, what a douchebag. Like, I have a job.
I thought there was, which I don't have a problem with him. I think that he was actually kind of funny, and I got one video on my channel, which is technically a High Council highlight. That's not the point. The point is, I thought there was a time that Robert Storms was doing a live stream, and he's like, well, since nobody's sending super chats, I guess I'll wrap it up. And I was like, wait, what? The hell is that shit?
Susan, oh my goodness. No, this is too much. She sent a $10 super chat and said, just because. Oh, thank you. I mean, geez, this is so, I just want you guys to know this is a new experience for me. I mean, there's some seasoned YouTubers like Pop and stuff, and he's so grateful. He's like, got this big speech planned. I don't got shit planned. I mean, I feel like
big speeches are overrated.
The thing is, when you're monetized like this, there's a way to panhandle, but there's a certain time when you can. When you have like over 20 viewers or so, you can like ask your chat, hey, don't forget to do this, but don't be like a dickhead about it. Just do it as a friendly way, or joke about it like I did.
So,
yeah, because
And by the way, just so you know, I'm gonna put Cherry K on the payroll. I'm just letting you know, Cherry. I'm gonna put you on the payroll because I'm telling you right now, I don't think in all of YouTube we're going to ever find a better mod. No offense to all those who mod out there, but I mean, Cherry K is on top of the game.
He's talking down to us, PB.
Hey, whoa, hold on, wait, hang on. He can talk down my modding skills all he wants. I guarantee you, I will never, ever be the best mod on YouTube. That is not going to happen. The only thing that I am good at is going, oh, this person said an asshole thing, approve comment.
Oh, by the way, Carmen says, Cyber and PB, you forgot to do something.
Hello, Carmen. How are you doing?
Yo.
You can't say yo, Carmen. Unbelievable. It's just yo.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is our late night talks. Plus, we're gonna have a 1K just to let you guys know. I got some big people, and I am not too afraid to reveal one because I can't believe they said yes to me. But Echo Base Network is going to pop on in because
Whoa. What constitutes big in your reality?
Echo Base, so that work has like 30K. Say he's
at
whoa.
He's at 30,000.
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen?
When he put Jeremy and the Star Wars guy on at the same time, and then he had the amazing Lucas. So yeah, I imagine.
Well, I guess that was quick. Lucas. The last time I checked was like a week before that happened, and he was at like 3,000 or something.
Oh yeah, that channel just exploded, and you know what? He deserves it because him and Coach, they give the most like level responses that I've ever heard, and it's just great to have people who review stuff and they don't put the SJW angle. We know how they feel about it, but they just hit it from like, okay, this is our opinion now. Everybody just kind of talk about it and tell us what you feel. But speaking of opinions, I wanted to just bring up a quick Johnny Depp thing. Oh, I got a $5 super sticker that I can't see apparently on StreamYards.
No, put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure if you put it on the screen, everybody else can see what looks like a chipmunk clapping his hands and saying like bravo.
Sheep. Nah, I can't see it. What? Highlight it. It's a sheep clapping his hands.
Oh, it's a she. Okay, I don't want to assume gender.
Shiba, no, it's the sheep. You know, the Doge dog.
No, I don't know what the fuck that is. You're just making up words now.
No, I'm not. I'll look up fucking Doge.
See, Cherry K said it's a clapping fox. It's a clapping fox.
Well, we were all wrong. We were all wrong. We were like, sheep, dog. Okay,
so looking it up what it is.
You do that while Zod brings up what we're going to talk about allegedly. Meh.
Yes, because unfortunately these streams, I am going to have to go off camera. You're going to hear me driving, so fun and excitement. Hopefully make it all right, and the bitchy one doesn't kill me.
I'm going to go off camera now, guys.
And there's the Glare. What up, Glare? Good to see you. Isa, good to see you. So we're going to talk about the petition for pirates because everybody give a clap. Finally, it reached 500K. Why am I bringing this up? Because why am I bringing this particular thing up? Because right now, I don't want to be one of those guys that is covering JD News because so many other people have like, I don't know, detectives or something. I think Stevie's got like dingoes everywhere. I don't know where he pulls up this stuff he pulls up. But for me, I want to wait till the VA trial because I want to like have that kind of coverage. You know what I mean? But this is equally important because.
Did you just say VA trial? Like everybody knows that it stands for Virginia?
I assumed, yeah. Everyone in the community.
We have people watching from all over the world, man. Not everybody knows that VA stands for Virginia. You can't just say Virginia?
Yeah. Well, no, because do you know how much Stevie talks about? Oh, Rob Rules, thank you. 199, he says, a Zod, PB, and a wolf. Oh my, kneel before Zod. Sandy Brown, welcome, man. This is so great. We got great news to bring to you guys just coming in. The petition for pirates has reached a 500K goal. That was just the goal. I think it's slightly under that.
I like to call it 500,000. Sounds more impressive to me.
Oh yeah, I think it does because when you think about it, that's a lot of people to reach this goal. The fan petition calling on Disney to bring Johnny back has reached the goal of 5K signatures. And thank you, Glare, for the super chat. $4.99 says, congratulations on your monetization. No, thank you guys, because all of you helping push my channel is the reason why I'm here. And I won't forget that. I'm not going to be certain YouTubers that just get monetized and just like, okay, I only want to mess with big stations and I want to have like, other like astronomically big. No, I treat my friends well, and I hope that they know that I'll stick by them no matter what. So the fan petition calling on Disney to bring back Johnny Depp to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise reaches its initial goal of 500K signatures. Depp has portrayed numerous iconic characters over the years, but his best is quite possibly that of Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow. Depp's performance as a drunken rascal helped Disney transform theme park attractions.
Wait, he was drunk?
Yeah. Haven't you ever seen?
I thought he was immune to the rum. I thought he was immune.
I don't know. See, that's the beauty of his role, is that you don't know how much he's actually with it, how much is luck, and how much he actually knows what he's doing when he does it. But I always get the hint he set something up where he's like, you'll remember this is the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. And then, get some and stuff. I love that line. Dude, that is like, I don't know why, but you ever hear a line and you're just like, I wish I could be in a predicament where I could use this line. Because it's like so cool. And if your drunken ass tries to pull it off, you'd be like, you'll remember this as the day where I almost got to my what? Hold on a second.
Hey, there's no time to be making fun of Joe Biden.
So, and this is interesting, and I wanted to read this because it says, and I quote, and people should keep this in mind about Disney. They have made a multi-million-dollar franchise, which began in 2003 with the original Pirates of the Caribbean. Throughout the five film franchise movies so far, Jack has been the lead character. He's even been nominated for an Oscar for the role, which I didn't even know. However, Disney's current plans for Pirates of the Caribbean franchise don't include Depp at all. Recent years have seen the actor's star decline considerably. Keep this in mind. We got this covered, so they're going to show. Following abuse allegations from his ex-wife Amber Heard last fall, Depp lost his libel case in the UK to the Sun paper because they're crooked and paid people. Oh, I'm sorry. I did some editorializing because, they can't write shit right, which called him a wife beater. As a result, Warner Bros. Asked him to leave the Fantastic Beasts franchise, signaling a major downturn for his career. I don't agree with that. Currently, there are no plans to bring...
I would think that there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I hate when these people, and this is, look, when I show, it's because sponsorship, but, I would never give up my integrity. Okay. I'm not going to, and I don't care how much money they're going to give me. I'm not going to sell my soul essentially to talk
like Mr. Beast.
Bullshit. Yeah.
No, don't get me started on that fucking guy. We're in the middle of something.
So I'm not.
We got something for the after show tonight.
Fuck.
Yeah. Which, by the way, unfortunately, I'm training someone new, so I'll be lurking in the chat. But I gotta be a good role model. Oh God, Ron's a role model. Jesus.
That's the scariest shit I've ever heard. That's so scary. I'm scared now.
I know. They're like, YouTube's looking like, well, look at all this watch time. Do we trust a villain? Yes, you can trust a villain. Oh, and we've got a
Diamond Knight 76 with a super sticker for $9.99. And I know that it's a fox this time with a squeezing
No,
heart.
it's a sheep, man. This is definitely a sheep, man. Look at my face right now. Look at my face. What the picture? Look at it.
Okay. The
'Cause I
only
didn't
thing
share
I
the
know
screen, so I
about
did
what
this.
I see your screen, I see your picture, and the only thing I know about that is the dog from Eckhart's Ladder. That's all I know about it.
And this dog is the original Doge, who's now passed
Okay.
away. This is where the Doge meme started, and then when it kind of first started, it had like, wow, it was a bunch of weird stuff, and then it's evolved since then.
Thank you so
Issa
much.
Mello with a $4.99 super chat. Make that money, honey.
You know, is it weird that I think that sounded sexy coming from you, PB?
Oh my God.
Clip it for the 1K show. There we go. We're already making memories. So here's the important part. The shows are finally covering this. They say at the end of this article, but many fans have spoken out. This particularly those who believe Heard is actually the aggressor in their marriage 2 years ago. Risa started.
Yeah, those who believe the truth. Continue.
Yep. Started a change.org petition with the goal of getting Depp back to the Pirates of the Caribbean as Disney began to outline their future plans for the franchise. That petition gained some steam last month, nearing its goal. Finally, the petition has crossed the 500K goal. It stands at 516,683 signatures at the time of writing this. The goal has been adjusted now to 1 million signees. 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies are currently in development. One female-led spin-off starring Margot Robbie.
Oh, now it's a spin-off? Now it's a spin. It's not number 6 anymore. Now they're trying to turn it into the Rogue One, although it's probably going to end up being a solo.
Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate it. Pirates of the Caribbean 6, though, it is unclear if it's a proper sequel to 2017's Dead Man Tells No Tales reboot. There haven't been much on the way of updates on either project recently because Disney is like, do we want to do this? So it's hard to gauge where their production process is. One thing is clear, though, Depp has no hand in either. Clearly, pro-Depp petitions has gained a good amount of attention, but it will likely take a lot more to get Disney to take action. Even before Depp found himself mired in this controversy, the Pirates of the Caribbean's franchise was struggling to match its financial heights of the earlier hit movies. A reboot was almost inevitable. Warner Bros.' decision to remove Depp from Fantastic Beasts indicates they are nervous about him leading a big franchise. No, it doesn't. It indicates that they're virtue signaling for someone who is guilty. Why do you write this shit? Oh my God, I definitely will never show for We Got This, or I'm sorry, We Don't Got This covered. These people are ridiculous. You see which way this is going, and you ignorantly and willfully choose to continue to spout this nonsense. PB, can you read that? I'm so flustered.
I can. Tiffany Daniels with a $5 super chat to celebrate your monetization.
Tiffany, you know what? If you guys don't know and you're watching and you're not subscribed, go subscribe to Tiffany Daniels. She's got the greatest. So I'm almost jealous. Do you know what she calls her segments? Spilling the tea. I was just like, that's.
Oh, so she must be British, eh?
No, I don't think she's British. But that's a damn good line for a segment. And I was like, a villain could still no. Zod is not stealing from allies. I just appropriate. I don't steal.
Yeah, he's a big time appropriator. You just got to ask my internet cousin.
So yeah, but yeah, she's got a great channel that's really coming along. You know what's amazing? Everybody who's been covering this and working together in this community, and this is going to bring me to my point on this ridiculous article. It's been like a tight knit family, and we've all been gaining subscribers, like a certain group we know, and you know. I feel like it's crazy to see people cross their 200 or their 150 and things like that. I mean, it's because what these articles and people in Hollywood and entertainment will never understand is that fans have respect for other fans. We have a camaraderie. We bond together in these chats and talking. And it's something that the media, no matter how much we tell them, they just will never get. Because they're cutthroat, evil, heartless bastards, and they're in it solely for themselves. I mean, am I wrong? Anyone on the panel, am I wrong when I say you have to be cutthroat to get advanced in the media world?
I mean, I don't know what's been happening with you lately, but why in the hell do you keep asking questions like that where I have to say, well, usually not, but in this instance, or I should say, usually you are, but in this instance, you are not.
I know, it's weird.
It's very weird.
Oh my God, he's going professional. Oh no. Nah, I'm always going to wear this jacket. I got my Gorillas shirt on that the bitchy one brought me. Mainly, I don't know, she's got this weird thing where she wants me to wear it and then she'll wear it later. Can I share that stuff now that I'm monetized?
Oh,
Sure, what stuff?
You know, those deep personal things, because you got to be careful. I was reading the guidelines, and I'm like, how am I supposed to uphold all of this? I can uphold about 5 of these, especially on Fridays. I mean, I can do 3 of these on Friday.
Wait, you're going to do 3 live streams on a Friday?
No, 3 guidelines. I'll probably do a lot more of those live streams on Friday.
Oh, I was like, you will be doing 2 of those without me.
Glare, I love what Glare says. He says, I have such respect for the Herd fan base. They must be so lucky to have her an example of honesty and tolerance. I know, right? This greatest example in the world. Speaking of great examples, let's talk about the greatest example to the film industry. Another person who's reached godlike status in Hollywood for no apparent reason. Jar Jar Abrams. JJ.
Oh, we got to talk about Colonel Lens Flare, or is it Corporal Lens Flare? I guess it depends on how you want to look at it, right?
I think he's General Lens Flare, man.
Ooh, that's probably a better way of saying. He's like, I don't know if this scene worked out quite well. He's like, don't worry about it. I didn't add the lens flare yet. That will make it perfect.
That's why I like Michael Bay more than J.J. Abrams, because people are like, oh, too many explosions. But I like explosions, so explosions are cool. Lens flares are annoying.
DIR, good to see you here. So J.J. Abrams was not content with destroying Star Wars. Now he's going to come over to my franchise, DC, which, if you don't know by now, go check out DC's fandom. It's got the greatest in virtual.
He killed Star Trek. He killed Star Wars. He's going after DC. Run. He's going to go for Marvel after DC. Run.
No, because thank goodness Kevin is business savvy, but when I read this headline, I'm sure I'm going to get your guys' first reaction. J.J. Abrams, Superman reboot, wait for it, will reportedly won't feature Clark Kent.
I think Perp was talking about this the other day, so I'm not really surprised about it. Kind of wish he was here tonight to talk about it.
So Superman reboot won't have Superman. Cool.
He's doing, folks, just think of, he's doing a Superman reboot with no Clark Kent. Either this is really brilliant and a subversion of our expectations, or this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a Superman reboot, but
You got a super chat.
twist. There's no Clark Kent. No Clark Kent. You guys see it? You see the brilliance? It's Superman, but without Clark. We really got him on this one. Jesus. Can you please read that, baby? I'm gonna
got
rant.
a $5 super chat from Phantasmagorical. Congrats, Zod. Hey, Papa Bear. Hi, fucking A. Hi, Husky. And the glare is a Trollmeister. Love you guys. I was timed out. LOL. You were timed out? Timed out? I mean, if it was me, it was a complete accident, and I'm sure either it was my frickin' headphones or a charging cord that touched the screen, because it has happened before. Oh man, that was a real problem.
You can
I was like,
accidentally
wait.
time anyone out on mobile.
Oh yeah, you just hit the button twice and you're like, oh shit, I meant to approve the comment, not kick you out of the chat for 5 minutes.
Right.
Instead of, making an entire movie where you kick the main character out of your IP. Hey, I'm gonna make a Superman movie, but I don't need Superman.
Like, JJ has done some historically stupid things. I don't necessarily hate all of his Star Trek per se, except for Wrath of Khan one, and the third one I had no clue what was going on. But the first one was okay. Star Wars, he had something with Force Awakens. Now you can argue Rian Johnson came in and messed that whole thing up. But, potato. I blame Kathleen Kennedy and everyone in charge of having organizational skills, because apparently you don't need that when you run a multi-billion-dollar company. Who knew? They could put me in charge. I'm terrible at organization. I will knock that right out of the park. So explain to me how he's pitching a script to DC, and there's an exec, and they know all of the problems Warner Bros. Has been going through. And they say, you know what? Look at this guy, this trailblazer, this magnificent director on the level of our Lord and Savior, Zack Snyder.
Whoa. Okay. I can agree with that. He's getting close.
Okay. It's neck and neck, and he's gonna try to eclipse him by the most brave idea ever. He's getting rid of Clark Kent. You co-sign this. You co-sign this right now. This man is thinking outside of the box. Any box. Comic books haven't done this, okay? There was a Black Superman back in the comic book run. It happened. Yeah, you know what happened? It was the shortest run in the history of Superman's runs. Okay, and there's been some pretty funky Superman stuff, right? People said, nah, Clark or nothing, okay? And look, I'm not going to get into the race angle of this whole thing, because this is not about race. This is about pandering with no care or consideration. Did you ever think maybe the other side, the people that you're supposedly pandering to, don't want this? Because I know a lot of Black content creators who think this is the stupidest idea ever. I mean,
oh
and
man,
they got a lot of subscribers.
Okay, I feel like now that you've said that, stupidest idea ever. That would be like having the opportunity to make a new Star Wars movie, and you still have the original trilogy or original trio of characters to put in your movie, and you decide, oh yeah, we're going to use two of them, but we're just going to save the one that everybody's waiting for so he can remove his hood. So maybe, just maybe, JJ is lying to us again. And Kal-El is going to be in the movie at the very end when he shows up and goes, you know, I see you're acting like Superman, but this is how you really do it. And then rips his shirt off, and, you know, it's just like taking the hood off. And you see the S. It's going to be fucking dumb!
So the news that J.J. Abrams was producing Superman Reboot has caused a major stir on social media last week. There was excitement for it. By who? I am a big DC fan. I was not excited. You know what I said? This is a rumor, folks. This is a rumor. It's not true. It's not. He's doing Cloverfield, number 18. It's not. No, it's not. And they were like, Zod, here's the contract. I'm like, it's not true. Okay, so no, nobody was excited. Where we got this covered was the one person, the one blue-haired, whacked-out idiot who got on their keyboard and goes, J.J. Abrams is all about diversity, so yay, we can have another Last Jedi situation. Great, DC needs this. Sorry, this is
nobody needs a Last Jedi situation. Don't say that fucking name.
So there was excitement for it for sure. No, there wasn't. But the announcement that Warner Brothers was apparently recasting Man of Steel lead to many becoming furious that Henry Cavill was being given the boot. A new report is pointing to the truth of the matter being a little bit more complicated, though. No, it's not complicated. They booted out Henry Cavill because, he 10 years ago had a relationship with the evil one. I can't say her name, but, you know, she's so evil that she got canceled and went over and did a great interview on Ben Shapiro's channel. If you can't get the hits from that, I can't say anymore. But anyways, okay, so no, it's not about that. It's about that Warner Bros, you're doing the Disney model and you're going for the diversity play. Why? How about you be a different company and I don't know, don't do it. How about that? Can we get you guys not doing it? Wow, that would be transcending, folks, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be just out of the box if they didn't do diversity and pandering to this fictional fan base that doesn't exist?
I mean, they think it exists. They go, well, if we check enough boxes, we will create a fan base.
Do you want to read that super chat before this vein in my head explodes?
Nitro's Gal 2 with a $4.99 super chat. Zod! Get her done. 100.
I like how you put the little twang on there. Yeah, because it's ridiculous, folks. This is absolutely asinine and ridiculous. The fact that companies are entertaining these idiots that are Twitter mob extraordinaires and giving these 17-year-olds, and you're probably saying, well, Zod, how can you put an age on it? There's older people too. Look, I got into an argument with a 17-year-old who thought that they know more than me, okay? People from Clownfish TV, they've gotten into an argument with 17-year-olds who get on the computer and they hear all this diversity stuff and all they know how to do is hit the Google tab and listen to the latest shill talk about this crap, okay? So now they think they're experts, okay? They think bigotry means diversity.
Does it not? What do you mean? Like, if you just say, hey, white men need not apply, how is that not diversity? I feel like that's appropriate, isn't it? Isn't that how it works? I mean, excuse me. Wasn't that back in the, it was either the 20s or 30s. I don't remember which one it was, at least in America, where they literally put signs on the window that said, Irish need not apply. Is that right? You're from New York.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. And guess how well that worked?
It worked out fucking terribly because you never want to tell anybody not to apply for a job. You would want as many people as possible to apply for the job. Imagine for a second, let's do something where you need somebody with a specific skill set, like a horse jockey, right? You're getting somebody to be a horse jockey. You need a particular set of skills, and you specifically, the individual, need to be a specific size. We don't have horse jockeys all over the place that are the size of Shaq. That's not going to work out. But I guarantee you, they don't put out signs that say, well, if you're over 6 foot, you need not apply. Because the people that are over 6 foot already know, hey, I'm not going to waste my time doing that because they aren't going to hire me. But we're talking about just overall stuff. They're like, hey, we need somebody to portray a character. It doesn't say what color their skin is, but we don't want a white guy. But that's not racist. Okay.
Do you want to read that out loud, and then I will say what it is, because I pulled it up on my screen here.
Oh, so, hold on. Why can't I see it? Unbelievable. I got multiple screens open, and the one screen I'm looking at doesn't show me what I want to see. Turn sideways, machine. It just says super sticker. It says Johnny's girl with a 99-cent super sticker, and I don't see the actual sticker. What is the actual sticker?
It's a smiley face with money bags in his eyes. And Tiffany Daniels says something really good. She said, these idiots wouldn't know real diversity if it hit them in the arse. Diversity means everyone should be included, not just people who think, look, and act like them. 100%. And Cherry K says, hashtag size matters according to PB.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, in those certain movies, they can't always find a guy with a big dong, so somebody has to have a dildo.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't hear Fluffy? Did you hear Fluffy stand up on when he was on the Magic Mike set?
Okay, all right. Cyber.
Going?
Cyber.
Oh shit!
No,
shit.
Bad dog.
Give him more
Bad
money, guys,
dog.
before they take away his before they demonetize his stream.
You mean before you get him
you
demonetized?
Can still send money. Yeah. I want to get myself demonetized. Actually, I don't think I'm ever going to get the thing invited back to it ever again.
Oh, you will.
Even when I reach that. Oh, I will. I'll just get the yellow dollar sign next to all my videos.
And be like, hey, let the pup in. I say pup because of the picture. Adorable, but it's like staring into my soul.
Yeah, that's the point of it.
Okay, so it says insider Mikey Sutton of Geekosity, he seems like a good source, has shared that sources tell him Abrams' project isn't as much as a snub for Cavill as it seems. Yeah, okay, it's not personal. He's just like, yeah, you white dude, we're not snubbing you. We're just gently kicking you out the door. But God, this guy, and people buy
Don't
into
fall
what
in the
he's
snowbank. No, there's probably no snow where they kicked him out of the door, though, is there? Lucky bastard.
Oh my goodness! That's because it won't be replacing Clark Kent, but instead introducing another version of the last son of Krypton from elsewhere in the multiverse. Specifically, Stanton claimed that the movie will feature Calvin Ellis, the Superman of Earth 23, because I knew who that was, or I give a crap who that is.
I didn't hear his name until now, but whoever made that original comic, you were very lazy on the name.
Oh yeah, they were extremely. That's like really on the nose. Of course, this is something that fans already theorized would happen as soon as Michael B. Jordan became linked to the project. Stanton says Cavill will likely be from Earth 23, the movies, as WB will intend to dive into the multiverse following the Flash opening the doors. Yes, Miller. The studio reportedly thinks this is the way forward for the franchise to kill it. Good job. In contrast to MCU, because we have to do everything they do, right? They got the multiverse of madness, so we've got to open up Flashpoint and do it all wrong because that's what we do. They want to focus. You know, it's hard, folks. It's hard.
When are they going to kick somebody out? Hold on. When are they going to kick somebody out that is not a white male? When is that going to happen? Because I haven't seen it where they're like, oh man, this even white female, she did something terrible. We gotta move on. When did that story ever happen? They go, well, you know, she did do something. I guess the last one that I remember where it happened was they had to get rid of Roseanne because she was not anti-Trump. You had to be anti-Trump or else they were getting rid of you. And they're like, oh, you made a joke? Get the fuck out of here. I was like, she's a comedian.
But
No,
she
comedians don't
and if
exist.
anyone paid attention to the show, she did both sides. But I think it's because of what those comments she made when she was hopped up on drugs.
Well, you know,
Well, who gives a shit? Then it really shouldn't matter.
I know.
In the words of the late great Rick James, cocaine's a hell of a drug. God, I love Dave Chappelle. We need to bring that show back and really scare these snowflakes. Anyways, this means that Cavell isn't exactly out as being Kal-El, then as he'll still be a resident Clark Kent of the DC EU. You just won't ever see him. It's just that WB has got pretty excited about the brand new take on Superman, and with the acclaimed Marvel Comics writer Tia Nisha Coates. Oh yeah, that. Don't get me started on Coates. Coates had
no. I'm laughing at whatever fucking name you were trying to read off of there because it did not come out at all.
No, it didn't. But Coates, I do know that last name, is the worst comic book artist ever. Okay, he interjected politics into comic books when they didn't need to be, and they signed him on as a writer for a script. Now, if you guys are wondering, well, God, he does comic books. He doesn't write the stories. He inks the characters. There were two different sections. So you're hiring a man to write with JJ on a story when he could draw what JJ's trying to say. He could storyboard the hell out of it. But as far as coming up with his own stories, go read some of his comics and tell me if you think this is the man to get what I assume will be a $250 million film. Why are you doing this to me, Warner Bros? Why is it? They want me to drop dead early. That's what it is. They want me to die ranting about this crap on live stream. That's what it is. They want me to get so bad, my face turns red, boom, blood vein gone, and that's how we end the stream.
No. What do you mean that's how we end? No. Exactly. The last time that you disappeared on stream, we had to get Bitchy Unicorn to go outside and turn the fucking stream off. So if you die on stream, then we'll just be stuck in purgatory reading the super chats without being able to put them up on the screen because you have control and you're dead.
And hopefully YouTube takes it off because you're dead. Because then we wouldn't have to worry about Bitchy turning it off. We'd just leave. And then we'd have a memorial on PB's channel and we'd be crying the whole time.
Hopefully you won't have that dog head on there. At least put a dog on there with like a 1 tier or something. Oh man. Hello, PB, you can say that.
Oh gosh. Say what? Oh, you think that I can pronounce that first fucking name?
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh, Denazia? Denard? God, I hope that's right. I guess we'll find out in a moment when they say. I mean, I think it's a woman. I can't tell from the little picture. It's hard. These are tiny pictures. We'll find out in a moment if I said it right, because they'll say yes or no. I know I got the last name correct.
Gary North says the movie will make $1 billion just like General Zod's favorite. I fell into that one, Gary. I fell into that one.
The movie will make $1 billion just like General Zod's favorite Captain Marvel did. It's the only movie in the MCU that he owns a poster of. And I know for a fact he has it above his bed and he says a prayer to it every night before he goes to sleep.
Why do I do this to myself? I hate all of you. I'm talking about the panel.
I almost got the name right. I almost got it right. Damn it.
We're going to call you DD. Is that okay? Let us know.
I mean, DD, I can say. I feel like you came up with DD because you can't even say the last name.
No, I would never do that because I can't pronounce both names because Kryptonian. Oh my goodness. Nitros girl, thank you so much. Oh, PB just dropped the ball on that one.
What do you mean I just dropped the ball? Because I was reading another chat and then you popped it up on the screen without giving me any kind of prompt, and I'm just supposed to know to read a super chat from Nitro's Gal 2 for $4.99. PB, you rule too. Ha ha! Fuck off. I better get all that super chat, you son of a bitch.
DD says, yes, that's okay. Thank you.
No, apparently we're losing some of the UK crowd. Good night, Bonnie.
Good night, Bonnie. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I know I'm gonna start doing the midday streams because it's a little bit easier for everybody. Coming in and wanting
me on the weekends or when I'm streaming during midday.
No, forget you. Okay, you have to suck it up because we do these late night things. And that stop looking at me like that. It's like you're staring into my soul, and it's unnerving.
I want to keep this up because it bothers Zod. And because I'm pretty sure PB would yell at me to put it back on because it bothers Zod.
Speaking of something that bothers me, let me tell you guys.
What is... Well, hold on now. Now you've really thrown me off. What? You get paid now, and now you can do smooth transitions? What the fuck was that? Like, that was a perfect fucking segue. Since when do you do perfect segues? What?
A lot of things unlocked. My crystals upgraded.
I guess.
Walt Disney World cast member gets yelled at and spit on by Disney guests. Look, I know.
No, what cast member?
No, this is a cast member that puts on the suits. That kind of a cast member.
Which suit?
Doesn't matter.
I want to know. I need to know. I want to know.
I mean,
I'll be able to tell you.
It'll probably say in the article.
I wanted to.
Today, we have yet another story of a poor cast member being mistreated by a guest who doesn't like the COVID mandates. When I read that, I was like, look, I'm not crazy about masks, okay? Figure this one out. Everybody in the mall is going to be able to come in without a mask. But as per the order of corporate, security, maintenance, and shop owners must wear masks. You think I'm happy with this? Do you think I like breathing my own stale air back in my face? or that I think that the science has been proven and all this stuff. No, I don't like doing it, but I'll do it because it's part of my job and because I have to and I get paid to. Okay. I'll tell you what I don't get paid to do. I don't get paid to be yelled at by these mandates that I don't agree with, and I don't get paid to be spit on. So the fact that this jerk off has a problem with the mandate and they say, I have a problem with this mask mandate. Come over here, Mickey. Like, what did Mickey do?
Yeah, right. That'll solve the problem. Like, the mask is meant to prevent droplets from moving around. So you created one massive droplet and threw it at somebody with your mouth. Because that's not disgusting. Like, that was disgusting before the fucking virus, you asshole.
And here's the biggest thing. I've gotten into fights. I've gotten into fist fights because there's one real bad trigger for me besides Brie Larson. Yes, I know it's surprising. Another big trigger for me is people who spit on you. There's something nasty and gross about somebody who spits on you. Like when I was in high school, somebody had spit in my face. So my response was I went over to where they were sitting. I grabbed their little carton of milk, chocolate milk. The coveted chocolate milk.
Dumped it on their mouth, dumped it on their head.
I dumped it right on their head. And then when they went to get up there to respond, I took the tray and I hit them in the throat with it.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, that
So
would have
now
gotten you like suspended for a week this day and age.
Man. And the worst was coming home because Mama Zod was not happy about that. I got a Hall of Fame beating. There's 3 Hall of Fame beatings in my life, and that was one. And maybe we'll get to the other 2. But that was
what did Father Zod say about the whole thing, though?
Oh, he always laughed when I did this stuff. You know, he was like, you thought Mama Zod was just gonna let that one skate. And I mean, I tried. And this was the one time where Mama Zod looked and she's like, "Wait, they what?" And I go, "They spit on me." She was like, "Well, you know, you got to stay here for a week." I mean, for one second, there was like the sparkle in the eye, and he was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna." I was like, but yet a couple of years later, she found some things I can't say because I'm monetized. But let's just say it's natural herbal remedy. And you know what Mama Zod did?
No, you could say them right now because you already got paid and you ain't got to worry about ads running on this later.
No. I want, I had some herbal remedies in my pants. And, I was in high school and a little bit older running with a certain crowd. And so Mama Zod cleaned my laundry, which was so kind, right? So I didn't complain about it. But then I got my pants back, and a couple of weeks later, I'm like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna check out these natural herbs that I got." And I go to open my pants. I'm like, "God!" And it was like a bag worth of herbal remedies. And I looked and I was like, "Dude, my stuff is gone." He goes, "Well, that's nonsense. Why don't you go out in there and say something?" I'm like, "Have you met my mother? No, I didn't get questioned about this. I'm not going to say anything." So a couple of years later, we're sitting there and me and Mama Zod are, partaking in some herbal remedies. And she looks at me and she goes, I know you've been doing this for years. And I go, "I have no clue." I did the outrage angle. I'm like, at this time, I'm like 28. There's really no reason, I'm out of the house. There's no reason to be concerned. But I'm like, I have never. I say no to drugs. We represented Mr. McGruff. Okay, that's a sacred oath. And she looked at me and she goes, "I found it." And I'm trying to think back, and I looked and I was like, and she goes, "The only reason why I didn't say anything when I found it was because we smelt it." And we said, "Well, that was wrong of them, but let's go for this one." I was like, "Oh, man. I mean, do you know how much it?" She goes, "Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, it was worth every dime, just so you know." And I was like, I bet it was. So, anyways, this person goes and he spits on this person. According to the Orlando Sentinel, last month a Disney security guard reminded guests to put their mask on before walking into the contemporary resort as required in the public areas and resort hotels. There we go. Then it goes down too far. I hate this. After doing their job and reminding the person to wear the mask, the man informed the guard, "I'm a guest," and spat on his forehead.
I'm a guest. Take that.
PB, I know you're not with the whole mask thing, neither am I, but at some point there is a line, people. Just because you object to something.
I don't necessarily oppose it, but I'm not like gung-ho about it. It seems to me that people know how to take care of themselves a lot better than anything that's ever been mandated by any government in all of human history. So I'm just looking at history.
So, do you think that this poor guard, this guy trying to make sure everyone is secured with all of these mandates, and people were crowded and they're antsy because they haven't been out and God knows when, do you think this gives this absolute tool the right to spit in this guy's face? I work security. I'll tell you something right now. I would have been fired that day because they would have been like, "Oh my God, a Magical Kingdom worker just beat someone with a radio to death."
Somebody in the Magical Kingdom just spit on my other mouse.
Are you kidding me?
I know people in the chat don't necessarily like the Mickey voice, but it happens.
Now, I'm going to go off. Ooh, the person who wrote this is going to go off. Sir, you are right. You are a guest. And they do the quotation, so they're really angry. You do not own the property, nor do you get to be above the rules. As a guest, you are there as a privilege, not a right, and you are beholden to the rules set forth by Disney World. You agreed to those rules and regulations when you booked the trip. I don't care how much better that you think you are than someone else. You don't behave like that. If you think that staying at a deluxe resort somehow gives you special privilege to treat others like garbage, you're wrong. I always was taught when you are someone's guest, you should behave appropriately on your own best behavior, since it is not your house, or in this case, park. I get so tired of seeing this massive entitlement out of so many guests, leaving trash at the park or the parking lots for cast members to clean up, demanding ridiculous things, and then saying, "Because I'm a guest," or "I paid money to be here." All you're doing is acting like the trash you leave. Class isn't something you can buy by staying in one of these deluxe hotels. And you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is a first for me. But I completely and totally agree. What do you guys think? I'll tell you my reason.
I'm going to say this. This sounds like something else that I think would have still happened, mask or no mask things. The other thing that kind of happened that I believe would have happened, mask or no mask, was that Tom Cruise incident, because he does that shit all the time. And considering this guard said there's a lot of people like this, it was going to fucking happen.
Oh yeah, it was going to happen.
Just dickheads when it comes to coming to anywhere.
But let me ask you something. Does that give them the right? Do you think that gives them the right to do that?
If you spat in the guard's face, I think the guard gets to pound you in the ass.
With a pineapple.
Oh, we came full circle.
Yeah, we've gone full pineapple.
So, PB, I already know your answer, and I don't have to ask the question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Do you think that because you're a guest and you paid for the deluxe suite, you are entitled to treat these people like crap?
I don't think anybody is ever entitled to treat anybody like crap. And I could take it even to the nth degree, as long as, everybody in the chat probably knows what that means, but Zod doesn't, so I'll explain it. The nth degree, Zod, is that I can't know how high it's going up the ladder, so it's an exponential number that we can't put an actual number on. Okay? So we're going to the nth degree. When, gosh, I can't remember the last dictator in North Africa that they murdered and then drugged through the streets and they're just tossing his body all over the place. We're talking about somebody that was a terrible person almost their entire life and deserved to be put on trial for war crimes and then be convicted because they were quite obvious, and then either face the death penalty, depending on what the laws are in that country, or you get to spend the rest of your life in a federal pound you in the ass with a pineapple prison. Like, those are the options. But that is not what happened. They literally took him out into the streets, tortured him to death, and then drug his body around. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that they weren't necessarily justified in doing that because of how they were treated, because I'm a big proponent of turnabout is fair play, but I don't think that you should necessarily just be murdering people out of hand before trial. Like, I believe in the death penalty mostly because I don't think that we should be wasting our time, money, energy on the worst of the worst people on the planet that actually provide nothing in the form of anything to anyone at all. So how about we just kind of erase them from the planet and move on, and then we can use that particular cell for somebody else that committed a crime that they can actually be rehabilitated from. So that's taking it to the nth degree. So no, you should never in any situation be able to spit on somebody, and you should, like Husky said, be expecting retribution if that's what happens. I don't know if anybody here remembers what Ron Artest did at the Palace of Auburn Hills when he was still Ron Artest, but now he's meta world peace. He was on the sidelines, just standing there, and there was a little bit of a brawl between the players on the court, which wasn't a big deal. Well, somebody decided, being a fucking asshole up in the stands, hey, I'm going to take my beer, and it's just a beer. It's not spit, which is worse. I'm going to take my beer, and I'm going to throw it like, 16, 17 rows, and hits Ron Artest. So what's Ron do? He turns the fuck around, and he runs up into the crowd, and he starts beating the hell out of these fans, slapshot style. And they fucking deserved it. You can't just be doing that stuff. Like, even back in wrestling, when they were tossing stuff into the ring, you're not supposed to be tossing stuff into the ring. But it's kind of hard when you only have, 50 security guards to stop 2,000 people.
And that's the thing. Look, there's a difference between, it's like, say, us fans who make petitions and things like that and choose to boycott. That is the definition that gets used a lot of peaceful protesting. Anyways, that's a subject for another day. You can see that stream in a Phantom News playlist. Anyways, there's a difference between that and then just straight up being a child. And that's what it is. They're acting like a child, a spoiled child, like, oh, I paid this money and I deserve everything in the world. I better get, I want Mickey to come over here and kerfluffle my nuts because I am that awesome. Okay, no, you don't deserve that. And I know from years of being in customer service that even at a mall, yes, a local mall, you get these people who come in and they go, hey, I am not a guest here at this mall. I own the mall. And guess what? I'm at the mall manager. You don't own the mall, okay? So-and-so owns the mall because I don't want to dox them online. So, you know what? They come in and they're like, I own this whole mall, so you will bow to my wills. Curfew? No, I'm going to continue to walk the mall past 7 o'clock. And then when you stop me, I'm going to say, oh my goodness, it's 7 o'clock. I didn't know we closed, even though I was here the other day and I circled you and got the same warning. But I'm entitled, so I'll just keep on walking, baby. Keep on walking and tell you that my car is on one side, but it really isn't. I'm going to go to the other side of the freaking mall and make you even more upset because now you got to go unlock that door and relock it again. Okay, you see what we deal with here, people? Okay, and the fact that this man is doing his job and saying, hey, you got to put your mask on. And from how I read this, he didn't go, hey, you jerk, put your mask on, or hey, you got to put your mask on right now or I'm going to eject you. He just said, sir, ma'am, due to our guidelines, I'm going to have to ask you to put your mask on. It's for, everybody's safety because you're at Disney World. And what does this person do? They spit first and ask questions later. Are you kidding me? There's a point where we're not talking about Disney as the company. We're not talking about, what we talk about with Disney Entertainment and Kennedy and all that. We're talking about normal people who are dressed up in costumes for your amusement, normal security who is there to keep you safe, and you spit in their face literally. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are that you have the audacity to treat these people who make far less than you do, clearly, because you have a ticket to Disney World and you're probably in a hotel or the resort hotel because you want to be right there in the action. So you probably paid thousands of dollars, couple hundred for the plane, couple hundred to get in the hotel. Maybe you have some kids, so you got the rides and things. All right. So you paid all of this money, but that security guard is making, I guarantee, less than you are. And you have the nerve, the audacity to sit there and make that man's life harder. Shame on you. And I'm glad that this person is writing this article because it's so true. It's what everyone who does a position feels like when people come up and take advantage of them when they're providing a service. I mean, am I wrong?
Nope.
I'm sorry, that was a long rant, but
what once again with this, am I wrong after I just said a bunch of stuff that anybody with any type of reasonable common sense is going to agree with? No, you're not fucking wrong.
I just love to hear it from you. It's not very often that I go onto a live stream and I get PB to go, no, you're right about this, you're right about this, you're right. It drives him crazy.
It does.
So, I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's quite long, actually. But the point is that the worker came out.
Oh, you know what that's code for, everybody. There's some big words coming up, and he's like, ooh, I don't want to do that, guys.
No, I kind of just don't want to, read and...
You don't want to read and drive at the same time? Good call.
I'm using the hands-free because I'm a safe villain.
Okay, just so everybody is aware, if you try and send a super chat right now, I don't think he's going to be able to put it up on the screen because he's literally driving down the road.
Yes, but
read
Bitchy
what,
will
Gary?
Switch with me. Bitchy will eventually be switching with me, and then you'll hear in the background, can you yell any quieter, please? I just had a long day at work. She said that to me once.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, wait.
Just once? She's only said it to you once? I get told that every other fucking day or every third day. Not about she just got done with work, but can you yell quieter? And I went, ho, 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 ho. That's not going to make me yell quieter.
Yeah, but I met Miss PB. She's quite scary. I don't know how you get away with stuff because I know Miss PB reminds me of Bitchy in the fact that Bitchy will just come up and slap me upside the head.
Well, I mean, the biggest reason I don't know why you say get away with stuff, but okay, I'll get on board with your getting away with stuff. The biggest reason why I'm able to get away with stuff and you are not is because I am in possession of my balls.
Fair enough. I mean, can't really argue that.
I'll see you later, Kramel.
But,
I think I'm saying that right.
See ya,
I don't know. You think that's right?
It's good to
it's a I don't know. It's another foreign name.
Kramel is awesome. I actually they DMs me and just a wonderful person. Thank you so much. I know you're going through some stuff, so best wishes and hang in there. I'm glad that you stopped in to say hi. But yeah, I mean, this is the problem that we have. When we're trying to argue with how companies treat us like crap, right? Like, there's tons of YouTubers just put in a channel and they'll talk about Kathleen Kennedy doesn't care about the fans and this and that, right? And it's true. They don't. They care about money.
Exactly.
But when we act like this, when we go to a theme park where they do say Disney, but that does not mean that they are, part of the Kennedy group or part of this or part of the group you dislike, right? So when you have these people who go to these theme parks and they act like total jerks, they enforce the theory that we are entitled people and that our words should be taken with a grain of salt. Because if this random loose cannon can spit on a security guard, then why should we listen to these angry basement dwellers ranting on YouTube for their causes? Diversity. Like, am I wrong? Do you guys find something?
Again? Is this how it's going to be until the end of time? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I'm only going to wrong.
Right? I'm just going to start responding to your statements and be like, "Guy, you're wrong." Instead of waiting for you to ask me if you're wrong. Because once again, no.
Let me just ask you something. Let me ask the panel something. And we'll start with PB and then we'll go to Cyber. PB, do you feel like in some way when we're making an argument for a fandom that we're a part of, these things, and I know theme parks are separate, but Disney is keeping track of everything. Do you think that this sort of gives them this view like, oh yeah, these fans are always entitled and look at how they behave and stuff like that? Do you think this is just a portion of how they get this notion into their head when people act like this?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that Husky was named PB because I thought that the question was posed to me first. Strange.
Well, my answer was short, so.
There was very fucking short. Literally one fucking word. Oh my god. My question, or I should say question. My answer is substantially longer. I would guess that the people who are towards the top have whatever algorithm set into place that they literally only see the news that reinforces their point instead of what you should be doing at the top, seeing the news that does not reinforce your point because you're at the top. You don't need your point reinforced. In fact, what you do need is some criticism or some critique or whatever, whichever one you want to go with, so that you're not turning into a, I don't know, totalitarian style leader of, hey, this is what we're going to do. Everybody else be damned. It doesn't matter what the fans think. It doesn't even matter what the employees think. It only matters what I think. And look at all of this news that supports my opinion. Yeah, but look at all this news that doesn't support your opinion. Did you see any of that news? Or do you have all of the right words muted so that you only see, like, Kathleen Kennedy praised? So what? You get a news article once every 6 months or something?
Exactly. Because you learn more from negative feedback than positive feedback. You can only grow when you know what your mistakes are. And when people do this, they're sending a message that we're the ones making the mistake. They're doing their job. This poor person was doing their job and they were accosted by saliva, right? There was a flying saliva bomb to the face for this poor person doing their job, right? So everything else subsequently that might actually be wrong with the park is going to be swept back because they're going to be like, well, we tried, but look at how the fans accost us with their saliva bombs, right? And this is not the way that you...
It's called a COVID bomb.
So, I mean, this is not the way that you get positive feedback. How you do get positive feedback is be like, this is uncomfortable. When are you going to put new mandates in so I don't have to wear this thing? So that would be the appropriate response.
Right. I mean, I had an appropriate response when I had to deliver some, I guess, supplies for a lady that my mother knows. She said, hey, can you take some of her stuff that was at a nursing home in town to the other nursing home in town? And I was like, okay. I didn't really have to go into the building per se. I just had to go to the door. Well, to pick the stuff up, I had to go into the building. So I walked into the building and it's just me. Like, there was literally nobody there at first. And then I see that there's one lady in the office room. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I just start asking her questions, and she says to me, hey, can you put that mask on? And I was like, sure, no problem. And she goes, well, I don't mean to be a pain or anything, but it's what our... She didn't say mandate. I don't remember what fucking word she used, but she's like, it's what our regulation is right now or some crap like that. And I was like, yeah,
Policy?
it's not a big deal to me. Yeah, policy. That's probably the word she used. I don't remember. I wasn't there for very long. But then when I got to the other one, I literally didn't go in the building. Somebody met me at the door and took the stuff, and I was like, good to go. But yeah, she was not a bitch about it at all. I haven't had anybody that was like, hey, can you put a mask on? Be nicer than that, because all she did was she said, hey, can you do this? And I'm sure if I said, no, I can't, I would guess the follow-up would have been, can you wait outside then? Because it's not like it was negative 10 degrees or something like that. It was actually quite nice out. I would have been like, sure, I'll wait outside. Like, not a big problem. Like, I know that there are people out there that have particular impediments like asthma and things like that where they can't wear the mask. Like, it's not, they're not able to do it because that will be a bigger problem for them than not wearing the mask and catching the virus. Okay, whatever. Well, then you got to do other things. Like, it's an individual establishment. They get to set their own policies regardless of what the state or national mandates are. I mean, it's the same thing as no shoes, no shirt, no service. I mean, how you saw those at every gas station your entire life.
Exactly. And
so you can
this
take
is
your pants off and walk right in.
I know, right? Every time thought that. I was like, it's really warm out here. What happens if I take my pants off?
I mean, that's an excellent point.
Sorry, I went back and I was reading up in the chat. And Lee Colford, Father Zod, as people would know him formally, said, "We go from PB's excellent talk to Zod's spit bombs." Yeah, it's a real problem here in the fandom zone.
And also he says, here in Texas, we don't wear masks. If we see you wearing a mask, we beat you up. I mean, that's another way to go about it. We could just say, hey, we're not doing that.
Well, I thought, whoa. I mean, wait a second. I know that I've been in a time warp for the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks or something like that, because I was on Perp Stream and he's asking me these questions about things. And I was like, I didn't know they're doing a Black Superman. When did that happen? He goes, like a week ago. And I was like, I just told you I've been in a time warp for like 2 weeks, but whatever. I thought that Texas just got rid of their mask mandate, which they had in place. So there might be portions of Texas, like the cities in Texas are very, very blue, whereas the rest of Texas is very, very red. And I don't know if people around the world know what the hell that means, but it's the difference between liberal and conservative, or Republican and Democrat, or whatever. I said those backwards because they didn't match up. It doesn't matter.
Carmen is back. Hi, Carmen. And
thank God.
Dee Dee had a great point. Dee Dee said,
"You want me to read it?"
Oh, go ahead. Steal my thunder.
No, I didn't. I all I did was ask you a question. I didn't just start reading it. Like when you come on my channel and you just start doing stuff, interacting with the chat and whatnot. And I was like, motherfucker, where do you think you are? In the fandom zone or something? You're fandom zone adjacent. Go ahead.
Okay. I have asthma and I will masks. It doesn't bother me. So yeah, there you go. Evelyn, welcome. Good to have you on.
Hello, Evelyn.
And if you didn't know, there's some great Zod Says merch at the Teespring store. The link is in the description. If you want to check it out.
How come it's not at the top of the chat?
Do you have that pine anal shirt yet? Because just pay if you keep saying you're going to pay us, just pay me in that shirt for the first round, okay? I want that
You're a cheap date.
shirt. I want that fucking shirt.
Rebecca says, at Mr. Zod Phantom Zone, you're in trouble with hashtags at Pop Culture PB. You didn't say hello either, girl.
I literally just seen the R, and then I read that message, and I was like, oh, hello, Rebecca. Welcome to the Fandom Zone.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
I think there are a lot of people out there that want to punch Dr. Fauci in the face, and I know that there were some before all of this, before any of us even knew who Dr. Fauci was. So I'm talking 2018 and before, that wanted to punch Dr. Fauci in the face, like Dr. Michael Savage, if anybody knows who that is, an actual epidemiologist, not the point. The point is, Dr. Fauci literally came out and said, oh, well, you don't need a mask. You don't need to be wearing a mask. It's not a big deal. You don't need masks at all. And then as soon as the stockpile was stockpiled up, he was like, oh, yeah, you definitely need masks, everybody. You need to go out there and, maybe, just maybe, what was it, a month ago? You need 2 masks because 2 masks are better than 1. If you got 1 mask and it's stopping stuff from going through, what do you think 2 masks is going to do? Well, fucking A, if 2 masks is good, why not 3? Why not 4? Why not fucking 40? Why not? Let's just take it all the fucking way, Fauci. Just take the saran wrap and wrap it around your fucking head. You won't die from COVID. You'll be saved from the COVID. You'll never get COVID for the rest of your life, which will be what? A solid maybe 5 minutes, but you won't get COVID. Like, holy fucking shit.
I love your Oh, man. That was hilarious.
He's fucking useless. He was totally fucking useless.
PB, you sound like George Carlin talking about masks. He went straight George Carlin rant. Like, I was like, whoa, PB's got some strong feelings about Fauci. I mean, I don't particularly like the fake doc either. That's like saying Dr. Phil's recommendations on the COVID situation are valid. I'm gonna not believe you.
Right, okay. I wouldn't be so, what should I say, riled up about Dr. Foe here, except you didn't keep any logical consistency at any point. You literally went, oh, I've been working for the government for 40 fucking years. I make more money from the government than literally anybody. He is the highest paid government employee in all of America. He makes more than any general out there. He makes more than the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He makes more than the vice president and the president. He makes twice as much, almost 3 times as much as every senator that we have. It's unbelievable how much we pay him to go on camera and literally lie to people.
Oh, Jessica, thank you so much. Much love to you too. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous because if you're, as you say, to play off that, you're getting paid all of this money, right? You supposedly have an expert opinion. At that point, you're an expert. You have an expert opinion because they are paying you all of this money to hear your thoughts on things. And you say these statements, I got a question.
You've sold him short before you ask your question. You sold him short. Not just his thoughts. His expert thoughts. Like his thoughts are above and beyond us peons' thoughts. We're just a bunch of lowly peasants with our peasant thoughts. He has expert thoughts that we must take to heart and follow what he says. Now, go ahead with your question of this expert.
So, my question of this expert is, I have to question your expert thought when it's clear to me that by stockpiling these masks, right, and downplaying the situation that's killing people, I have to question your expert thoughts when all of a sudden you come back out when it's beneficial to you and say, yeah, remember that last expert thought I had? The last expert thought? Yeah. My new expert thought is that my first expert thought was wrong. And yeah, you not only need one mask. No, we wish critical mask. You don't even need one mask. You need like 2.
Crank it up. You can't have too many masks. Just cover your entire face with masks. You don't want to have any openings here. I was like, dude, I don't think he does. He doesn't do any type of science anymore. All he does is go, oh, somebody's talking about something. It doesn't even necessarily have to be related to what I talk about, but I can get on camera again because I'm the Fauci. Oh, you want to come out here? I gotta wear 2 masks. 2 masks it's better than 1 because it'll stop the droplets, right? Yeah, wear 2 masks. Fuck.
Well, if I say anything about this, because my brother found it, is many years ago he had a study on why masks don't really help prevent the spread of the disease. Or microorganisms, I should say. It's on the NIH. Good luck finding it because they keep they'll hide it in all your search stuff. But use DuckDuckGo, you can find stuff. They don't want you to find.
Hold on, we gotta have the butter disagreement.
My brother's had that. He sent it to like Facebook and they censored him.
Okay, well, he's not going to be able to put the comment up, but Evelyn said, according to the Chinese, there is more COVID in your asshole. So stay away from public bathrooms since they say anal testing is the most accurate test.
You know what I find funny is a year ago, I'm like, everyone's lining up to get all these tests in the nose, but if they had to test it through the butt, no one would be lining up at all. And then
Yes.
this was announced recently,
There will
and I kept
definitely
laughing
be
at
some
it.
people lining up. There will definitely be.
Oh yeah,
some
there will
there
be.
will
But that's
there
how you
will
know
be
who the
some
kinky
people that
are.
will get the test and go to the end of the line.
Yeah, that's how you know who are the kinky people. That'll show you who the kinky people are. That's the thing I said about it too. Is like the people who be lining up are the ones you know who are the kinky people.
I mean, I'm not opposed to the kinky people. I'm just not as kinky as they are. Like you go ahead and you kink it up. I'm just I am the vanilla ice cream of kink. That's where I land. Like without any syrup on top. I mean, it might be some fancy vanilla ice cream, but it's still just vanilla ice cream. Yes, Jamie Davis, I know. You're going to go to the end of the line and then you'll probably cut the line. I know you are. Oh, where are we at? I know Zod's disappeared. Where'd it go? I know there was a comment that I was going to read. And testing is mandatory in China from Evelyn Arnaud. Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, don't go to China either because
vote?
you'll have to be tested on the way in.
Yeah, but I mean, no one's really clamming up to go there these days.
Oh, the vote. Did you see this, Zod? Did you vote on this?
Vote on what?
You know what I'm... Oh, you can't see the screen? Rebecca said, have you seen the vote about most likable celebrity? Johnny Depp versus Jensen Ackles.
They're both pretty likable.
They are both very likable. No, I seen it last night, or I guess it wasn't last night. It would have been yesterday morning before I apparently disappeared off of the internet. I didn't realize I had disappeared off of the internet until I woke up and I was like, oh, apparently people have been trying to get a hold of me, and I slept literally all day. Woke up half an hour before the show. But yeah, I saw the poll. It was a whole bunch of people that they were doing head-to-head votes on, and I just so happened to vote for all of the people that were in the lead at the time in their particular polls against each other. But I assume that they're going to keep breaking them down until we get to just one. And I don't know if Johnny Depp versus Jensen Ackles was the last round of it.
Ooh, exciting.
I take it you did not see this poll at all?
No, I've been in the fandom zone with the little dictator, trading her on the way.
Well, hold on. I'll make a request to Rebecca to make it easier for you. Rebecca, can you please go on Twitter and go to that poll and just retweet it and tag me and General Zod? You want to be tagged in this, Husky?
Sure.
Tag us three so that we can go to the poll and vote on it and then retweet it to some more people. I would appreciate that very much. It's just a poll between a bunch of random celebrities to see who is the most likable. The only reason I saw it was because there was some fucking asshole. Go ahead.
I thought it was going to be who has the best voice poll that you said you were going to do last week, and you never did. And I was like, well, I will never know who has the best voice.
I did it! What are you talking about?
You never sent it to me. What was the result?
The result was not favorable for you at all.
Good. I wanted to joke about it, but it's too late to do that now.
Oh, I can tell. I remember the numbers. I gave it three options. I said Who in Fandom Zone has the better voice? That's all. It's a very simple question. And then I put myself, Cybernetic Husky, and then the third option, obviously, was can't decide. Right,
Yep,
Son?
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that.
So it
that very
ended up that 7%, and it wasn't a whole lot of votes on it, so it's not like we had 1,000 people voting or something. And I put a link to the stream that just me and Husky did together, so that people could, click on it if they didn't know what the two of us sounded like compared to each other. And not being able to decide got 7%, and then I got the other 93. You got 0%, Husky.
People are being passive aggressive. Man, I had jokes lined up and I forgot them all. I had like some really good ones because I knew I was going to lose. And I forgot them all because I never saw the damn poll.
Oh, hello, KH.
Like, oh, you guys are going to laugh.
I would say your name, but I don't want to let everybody else know that they should be, or should know that you're upset. I don't know how to say that. Her name is Karen, and I was like, oh man, really? That's not good. Like, except she's Canadian, so what's a Canadian Karen like? Like, that's got to be the most polite of all of the Karens.
Extremely passive aggressive.
Right? Like, oh, I'm sorry that I did this thing when trying to yell at you. Be like, yep, typical Canada.
So yeah, I mean, this was ridiculous, and I do have one final article to read. Speaking
You're actually going to be able to read it?
Oh yeah, I'm not driving. So speaking of a nice person who got booted, I'm going to talk about my very last subject. And look, for me, the jury is still out because I don't got a lot of proof one way or the other. But this article is by Deadline. And folks, if you want to reread these articles, I linked every article tonight in the description, so you guys can check them out for yourself.
Oh my God, the professionalism!
I know, it's crazy. And, but
where the hell are we? He's like, oh, I get paid now, so I'm gonna do stuff the right way. Like, LB would be proud.
Somewhere LB is like, there's a disturbance in the force, bruh. The Expanse star Cass Anvar will cooperate with the investigation to refute sexual misconduct allegations. So let me just give you the lowdown if you don't know much about this, because I've been watching this amazing show called The Expanse. And on the show, he plays a pilot who's quite beloved by people who watch The Expanse and quickly being loved by me. I'm in the second, going into the third season. Now, the fifth season just got wrapped up, and in the middle of the fifth season, apparently someone on Twitter tweeted out that he had, sexually propositioned them. And that
Whoa. A random person on Twitter said that this actor from the show sexually propositioned them in a DM.
Yep. Oh, it gets better too. And
Hold on. Is this actor married?
As far as I know, no.
Okay, continue before I don't care about this even more.
So, and there's a couple of things, apparently, a couple of people now coming forward, as there always is in these things. They start coming out of the woodwork claiming he's done this and that. And so he has responded the right way. He did step down from his role from The Expanse. I think it was a Johnny Depp step down, and he unceremoniously was forced out. They killed his character off. Sorry, spoilers. In a very, very, really disrespectful way. And he's later come out and said, "Go ahead and investigate me." So I'm starting to believe this may not be true. Because, like I said, I am going to take the side of the person who decides that they want to, fight something that they're saying isn't true. Because you're not going to open up an investigation unless you have nothing to hide, or at least in theory. That's not a.
Can you
That's not
can you see the StreamYard guy? You're walking around. What are you doing?
I'm walking around in my apartment.
Yeah, I know, but can you look at your screen to see that you got a super chat?
No, I cannot.
Okay, well, it's waiting there for whenever you can throw it up on the screen. Okay? Just so you know, I saw it, Comic Chat. I don't have the ability to put it on the screen. We will come back to it when Zod isn't being a putz.
I will go to the car. Stop. I gotta go there.
Sitting here trying to have a discussion, and somebody's like, "Hey, I gotta get yelled at real quick." Don't worry, I'm going to the car. I'm going back to the fandom mobile. Leave me alone, woman.
So, the Expanse Star has launched this investigation. So let's read into this. As updated on Monday, the Expanse Star cast has issued a statement regarding an independent investigation into sexual misconduct allegations that was launched by the series studio Alkaline Entertainment. I welcome an independent investigation. Respect that women who have come forward should be heard, and will make myself fully available to participate in the process as appropriate so that I can refute these serious accusations. He said, let's see. Sorry, jumped on me. The controversy snowballed over the last couple of days as the women were coming forward to share their story, which was picked up by Amazon after its cancellation from Cyber 5 with multiple cases involving fan conventions. Daniel Abrams, one of the co-authors of the Expanse book series, which the TV show is based on, revealed the day after he found out that the cast member has been accused of sexual misconduct, they immediately passed these serious accusations to the studio. The studio has engaged in an independent firm to investigate the matter further and takes these allegations very serious. The account of James S. A. Conroy, the pen name author of Abrams, used for the Expanse series, also tweeted the news of the investigation, thanking the woman who spoke up. Alcon confirmed that to Deadline that the company very recently became aware of the allegations and immediately hired the investigation. Declining comment on the ongoing investigation, a rep responded. So one of the core cast members of The Expanse has been accused of sexual misconduct. We immediately passed these serious accusations onto the studio and have engaged in an independent firm. And then there's a bunch of other ones. The accusations against the actor gained visibility in a Reddit thread, of course, which agitated all claims and will be featured in the tweets and a reaction from the Expanse cast members.
There you go.
Sorry. doing multiple things at once. So what do you guys
I
think?
got
Just
that.
starting with?
Wait, what do we think about what?
So far, what do you guys think?
Oh, man. I just hope at some point in the very near future, we don't have to continue to talk about fucking cancel culture because it will have worked its way out, but I fear that it's not going to. I'm very afraid that it's going to be around for far, far too long, and there's going to be stories about this person and that person and blah, blah, fucking blah. I don't care about anyone's personal life. I fucking don't. Do whatever the fuck you want in your goddamn personal life as long as you're not hurting anybody else. Like, that's all I care about. Obviously, if it comes to the point where you were doing something like, okay, you have a problem with drinking. Okay, I don't fucking care if you got a problem with drinking. But as soon as your drinking goes to, oh, then I went on the road and I killed a family, now I got a problem with your drinking because you've hurt somebody else. But if all you do is sit in your fucking Hollywood mansion and get fucking drunk all goddamn week and all fucking weekend or whatever, and then you go and, you know, you're doing your fucking job and you're getting your fucking work done, I don't give a shit what you do in your personal life. It doesn't fucking affect me at all. Hello?
Zod.
No,
Hey,
Husky,
I agree.
you. He asked a question.
No.
He asked how you felt about this so far.
I'm tired of the cancel culture. It's just a weapon that people use when they don't get their way.
Ah.
And it's fueled by emotions and narcissistic tendencies of it has to be good for us or it's not good at all.
Correct.
I'm back. No, I totally agree. And here's the thing. First off, let me get to this super chat. Sorry, comics chat.
Yes, the super chat.
Comics chat said, "What up, PB and Zod, Superman and Lewis? What do you think?" I think it's the first WB show.
Did you
that
just
is
call
done
her
right.
Lewis?
No, I said
Yeah.
Superman and Lois.
No.
He said Lewis, 100% Lewis.
Prove it.
Superman and Lewis. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like that I thought that taking Superman and making him black was a change. Oh my god! Now he's hooking up with Lewis.
Diversity.
That's a whole new change. I didn't realize. Oh god, I didn't realize that Superman was playing for the other team now. Crikey!
Yeah, speaking of which, check out the WB. I hear they have other great stuff besides DC stuff. So
What the hell is the WB?
The WB is a network.
What? Okay, I said that I was in a time warp for the last 2 to 3 weeks, guy. You're talking about the CW? And you just called it the WB? Where the fuck are you from? Or I should say, when are you from? What?
Krypton.
It hasn't been called the WB for like over a decade. Like, it wasn't called the WB before Arrow started, for the love of God. The WB. Yeah, go to the WB. You'll find that network real easily. What the hell?
Carvin says, I say Superman and Zod. I agree. That would be an awesome show. That'd be like a buddy cop movie.
What? No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it would. You know, you got the the evil villain with the good guy and wacky shenanigans ensuing. How can you not see this? That'd be the greatest thing ever.
I mean, less than a month if the date was correct, although I don't know if it was, because I swear to God it said April 1st, and I never trust anything that says it's going to happen on April 1st. Do you?
Not at all.
Exactly. So
like
April 1st.
the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, and when they're supposed to remove like half their product is on March 31st. You don't trust March 31st or April 1st.
No. And apparently April 1st is when Stargirl is supposed to start back up. And that's what Gary Norris said. Watch Stargirl. PB will second that. I will second it. I will third it. I will fourth it. And that has nothing to do with, shilling at all. Huh?
Great. I love these plugs. These companies are not going to know what to do except for the W because they don't apparently exist. I live in the fandom zone, people. Okay, the news ain't exactly fast here. Have you ever spun around in a little glass of me at about 1 billion miles an hour through space?
Yeah, the news isn't exactly fast.
Rebecca says, but it is just me that there is a pattern that is developing, like targeting celebrities. Rebecca, we might have to get our tinfoil hats for that, or tinfoil cowboy hats. Let's continue and read this conspiracy. So, according to one of the co-stars, who's like his buddy, he said, in the past few days, his name is Wes. In the past few days, I have been in a whirlwind, but I want you to know that you are heard. I am committed to advocate for those who have been mistreated at the place in time where all voices should be heard and accusations should be treated seriously. As for the 3 seasons of the sci-fi Expanse was picked up by Amazon for a 4th season and a 5th. So anyways, this accusation was on a Reddit thread. And the accusation itself was of a proposition or coming on to. Now, these guys go to conventions all the time. Am I going to say that people on the convention circuit haven't done these things? No, maybe not. But I'd like to point out someone in the anime community called Vic Mignogna. And Vic was on the anime conventions, and people didn't like
it's been a
Vic
while.
stood for. Yeah, because this reminds me a lot of this case. Vic didn't like they didn't like what Vic stood for because he's Christian, and his views don't line up with the particular political climate that we're in. And you know what they did with Vic? They photoshopped a picture of him hugging a fan, and they kind of made it look suspicious, like he was hugging her a little bit too close. And I saw this picture, I'm like, seems kind of off. Later came out that the person who was receiving the hug said, that's not what happened. I came up, I asked for an autograph. He gave me a smile, he put his arm around me and took a selfie, and then gave me a handshake and thanked me for being a fan. Oh, that monster. What kind of deviant do we have on those circuits? Oh, good God. And apparently there were more claims that turned out to be, and I'm going to do air quotes from the papers, a misprint, because the people never said them in the words that were printed. They made it sound like all of these people had come out against Vic and were saying all of these things. And it turns out that they were asked about how Vic had treated them, and they all, and I quote, said he smiled, gave me a handshake, maybe threw his arm around me, and pulled me in for a selfie. And I totally was okay with that because I'm a fan of the guy who voices Brawley. I was super excited, and I in no way felt uncomfortable. But yet the media ran with it like he was a monster. Is this starting to sound familiar, people? like other people we've heard of? Are we picking up a trend here? Because I've heard this.
Man. At least the only thing that came out of it was a semi-slick slogan, Kick Vic. And I was like, Kick Vic? Why do you want to go around kicking this man? Like, I thought that we got over that in junior high, people putting a sign on the back of somebody, Kick Vic. And I was like, no, that seems like a lot of work to go over and kick that person. I ain't doing that.
This is the age we're living in now. I've read this tweet on the Reddit forum before it was pulled down, and the way it's written, I gotta say I don't buy it, because it's very, how do I put it, 80s sleaze, like, hey, do you want to come over and remember what we talked about and stuff like that? And I'm like, why would he? Okay, if you're this deviant predator, do you not have like low-key words? You're just going to put it out there knowing the technology. You're on a sci-fi show, so I assume you're working with green screens and sci-fi technology all the time. Do you think this guy would word it like that? It just didn't seem right. And then he said, oh yeah, Amazon, I'll step down. I will step down and give a statement. But you know what? Go ahead and investigate me. Now, when someone says, go ahead and investigate me, until the investigation pulls up something like you should let happen, I'm inclined, thank you, fights the zombies. I'm inclined to believe you have...
Hold on now. Now you've thrown me off, and you're going to have to wait to make your point. You said, thank you, fights the zombies. And literally, the only thing it says is Bianca Zombie. They took the rest of that part out of their name, and it's the only part from their previous name that you said?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, thank you, Bianca, for Zod being a putz. Continue with your ridiculous point.
So, if you're willing to let someone investigate you, either A, you're stupid and you think they won't pull up everything they can, because as the studio said, we take pandering seriously over here. This is Amazon. You're pandering to us. We cancel culture. Yeah, those 13 people, we got to keep them happy. The 13 people who probably have never watched Expanse a day in their life, we've got to make them happy. So not only now here's my question. This really makes me upset. This person stepped down, right? And they killed him off. Now what happens, because I fully believe this is garbage, what happens when this rumor isn't true? And I'm calling it a rumor because I haven't seen proof one way or the other.
I don't know.
You killed off one of the top 4 characters. What happens when it comes out, oh yeah, our bad guys, I'm sorry, spoiler, we made him have a heart attack after he's done 3G since the first pilot episode, and it's been said that Mars people are built to handle G3 gravity, but he just has an aneurysm and dies, boop, dead. Like, no big blaze of glory, whatever. After all of that, you kill this person off in the most unceremoniously way. You drag his name through the mud. And then what happens when your investigation turns up absolutely nothing? PB, you can answer this first.
What happens when the investigation turns up nothing? You say, well, you'll still get judged in the court of public opinion, and I still think that you're a terrible person, and we should still remove you from this. Is that not what happens?
Apparently, it's been working so great for Lucas.
That's what happened. That's what happened with Vic. I mean, and that was, God, that started happening like right when we started doing YouTube, did it not? At least together. Yep. So that's like almost 2 years ago, where that was like from 0 to 100, like immediately. And I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? And they're like, well, this guy's a fucking creep. And I was like, okay, what do you mean he's a creep? And they're like, well, look at all the things that he did. And I was like, what do you mean all the things that he did? So then, you investigate it for an afternoon and you go, oh, seems like his fans love him. Weird. Maybe you should shut the fuck up. How about that?
Cyber, what do you think?
You talking about the kick Vic, stand with Vic now? Or are we still talking about the other guy?
The guy from the Expanse.
I mean, if he has his confidence, I admire him. But if you're not hearing anything like Zod said, there's probably nothing. I don't know if he's going to get his job back, though, when they prove something wrong. Because, I mean, if you kill the character off, hopefully he does find work, though.
Rebecca says you will rewrite him in. I mean, he had a brain aneurysm, and I know space tech is pretty advanced in that show, but we haven't gotten to Resurrection. But who knows? His 6th season is the end. They could just be like, well, yeah, turns out Zack Snyder isn't Space Jesus. He's Space Jesus. Or no, I'm sorry. I was going to make a Neil reference, but I forgot. He's Internet Jesus. And yes, it's Keanu Reeves. He is Internet Jesus. He is Assassin Jesus. Can we just say Keanu Reeves, there should be a day for Keanu Reeves. Just a Keanu Reeves day. Can we make that happen, Hollywood? You make all of this other stupid stuff happen.
Do you know what day his birthday is? Like, is his birthday on a different holiday that's going to make it difficult? Because if his birthday is on Christmas, or if his birthday is on New Year's Day or something like that, it's going to be, I mean, it might work in China because they got different New Year, but that's not the point. But you need to pick something that's not going to conflict with something, and you want it to be a world celebration. So it's kind of hard to find a day like that. And then it's got to correspond with something. So it's got to be either his birthday or like the release of The Matrix or the release of John Wick or something where you can make a Keanu Day that's right in the middle between the release of The Matrix and John Wick. I only say those two because I feel like those are his two most well-known characters.
I concur. And Barbara just pulled out a day, September 2nd. I mean, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, September 2nd, man. Nothing's going on in America on September 2nd. Well, I can get on board with September 2nd. World Keanu Day.
This is the greatest reference ever.
Oh my God. What the fuck are all these bears doing here? I see these fucking bears. Fucking bears. God damn it. I see the bears, Rebecca.
And Rebecca also says, Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone. Well, Murdoch never dies in MacGyver. LOL. That's very true. You're onto something. You're onto something.
Oh, see? Okay. Shalana said that I forgot Bill and Ted. And I disagree. I did not forget Bill and Ted. And for that exact reason, because I don't even know off the top of my head, being a putz right now, which one is Keanu, Bill or Ted?
Ted.
Exactly. Now, if somebody said, you forgot Ted, people be like, what the fuck you talking about? Ted who? Because you have to say Bill and Ted. Whereas when you just say Neo, when you just say John Wick, people know who you're talking about. If you just say Ted, people are like, from down the street, Ted? What fucking Ted are you talking about?
You know, I agree. Or they'll think of the bear.
Oh, Ted E. Bear.
No. Seth MacFarlane, Ted.
You know who he's related to? Edward Enigma.
Anyways, on that, we'll start to wrap this up.
Oh, starting to wrap it up, so we should be out of here in 30, 40 minutes, something like that.
So let me go down to this weird dog face that stares into my soul and says, wow. Cybernetic Husky, go ahead and tell us about your channel, your Twitch, all of the stuff you got going on over there.
Oh, yeah. Let me get all my links. Well, about a year ago, I bought Anthem for $7, so I've been playing that on my Twitch. And then my archive channel, I don't post much about that on my stuff because it's there for people who miss my streams. But it has my two of my streams from earlier this week. The last one should be out tomorrow. From this week. I might rework the days. I'm thinking of doing Friday through Sunday. I don't know, but for right now, it'll be 2 days after when I stream. So get out there, go watch the streams on the archive, and then follow the Twitch channel to watch the main streams. And falling behind on YouTube because I'm working on the Q&A video. And man, when I listen back, I can hear when I'm trying to get air for talking. I'm like, why does my mic always pick up me breathing in? Does it do that when I'm on these streams? Does it do it that bad when I'm on these streams?
We definitely hear it from time to time. It's not a constant thing. First question, how close are you physically to the mic when you're talking normally?
Well, if I'm not too close, then I've had the mic away from me, and then people say, I can't hear you at all, and then I have it close, and then you get that. So,
I mean, you can hear my dogs. They're not that close to the mic at all, and they're still making fucking up. Shut up, you fat dog. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, dog shaming.
So the other thing is, you don't have any type of pop filter on your mic?
oh yeah, I do. It doesn't catch him breathing inwards. It's right there. I always talk towards the pop filter. Yeah, it prevents from hearing the and having wind go into the mic. It doesn't help the wind coming from the mic. But it's not like you can hear it's not like you hear blowing or anything in the mic. You just hear me breathing in because it's that good of a mic, and I can put the gain to the bottom and it still picks it up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
The mic is Blue Yeti. I am not sponsored. It is the Blue Yeti.
Right. I don't know how to fix that problem other than you either have to move farther away or you have to turn the gain down on the mic, unless you got to turn it all the way down, and then you'd have to download a secondary program to turn the gain down even more. Those are the only options.
I think there's something that can do it with the breath, but I'm probably just going to have to edit some of it out in the audio file.
Because, right, I mean, if you've already recorded it and you can find the spots, because I've definitely done that before where I was like, oh, there's a big pause in between this sentence and the next sentence. Let's take out that second and a half. And then there's a big beforehand, so I'll take that out too. People don't need to hear that. They're not here to hear my breathing. They're here to hear me talking. I don't know why, but that's apparently why they
lazy
show
and I've left it in. But that's usually when I'm trying to do my funny stuff on the channel. This one's actually supposed to be serious.
Husky,
I'm taking your questions serious.
I have a follow-up now. Do you have the after party set up on your Twitch channel or no?
No. I've been focused on... No,
so you're not doing that tonight?
No. I mean...
Why didn't you tell me this?
I can get it.
No. All you needed to do, I just need information ahead of time, guy, because there are multiple people down there going, hey, is there a stream afterwards? 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 And I was like, I was going to direct them to you because you said on Tuesday that you were going to have it set up that we could just jump over to Twitch. But apparently,
I have it for Twitch, but I don't have it for like my personal YouTube channel. I can just click it and we can start doing it on Twitch.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Provided my OBS isn't bugging out, which it's been acting weird since the attachment I had it. Well, not weird. It's just missing this one thing and I don't know how to get it back. It's nothing like important. It's just something that I can change the title of the stream easily without going to my stream.
Okay, so the long story short, go check out Twitch. And by the way, I'm loving the fact that you have what microphone, Husky?
The Blue Yeti microphone.
I hear Blue Yeti has great sound quality. Is that true?
I told you this is not sponsored, man.
No, I'm just getting more information on Blue Yeti and their fine mic quality.
Yeah, just letting them know that you use a Blue Yeti microphone. Like, you enjoy the Blue Yeti microphone. It's what you prefer. Like, you wouldn't use anything besides a Blue Yeti microphone.
If I had an XLR mic and, things for that, but if you don't have an XLR connections, definitely use this USB mic, which I'd recommend for people who don't have a soundboard to plug in an XLR mic.
Now, don't worry, everybody. We're not going on Twitch after this because all I do is get long-winded responses about what we're doing afterwards. So, no, we're not going over there. Unbelievable.
What are you doing after this, Mr. Pop Culture PD?
We're doing what we do apparently every Friday after this. It's just going to take me, a little bit of time to set up because I wasn't entirely sure if I was doing it, but I'm sure now because I was sitting here home alone, but not anymore. I wonder if these people are going to go in the other room and grab that Rice Krispie box and hand it to me.
3 buttons. I'm still serious. 3 buttons I can click.
I know. You said 3 buttons. You're like, hey, I just got to do one thing. And then, here's the rest of my long-winded response, OBS, blah, 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 blah. Like,
yeah, I'm saying that's the possible chance if it decides to be a bitch. Which when I really don't want it to is when it does.
And go ahead and read the super chat, Mr. Pop Culture PB.
You just got to get in my damn Discord. Or should I say
$2? Hold on. It's not $2. My mistake. I did not read it correctly. £2 super chat from Cherry K. Hashtag Pine Anal.
Great. So, needless to say, people can go to the after party, which unfortunately I can't be a part of because people entrust me to train someone. I'll be lurking in the chat, but I don't think I should stream whilst I'm training someone.
No, not if you're probably training somebody. That's probably a bad idea.
That's right. So,
what the fuck was that? I thought something went on in the background of my computer and I started freaking out. And I'm like, I don't think OBS is making this sound.
Hey, what's up, geek? You're late.
So anyways, everybody go check out Pop Culture PB's channel. He's going to have an after party. It's going to be off the chain because we'll be able to, which by the way, do you guys know for this stream,
I still have it ready on my Twitch. I can just click it and I could just start streaming now and then they could hear your audio.
I got bridges to mend here, Husky. Hold on. Okay, so anyways, go check out Pop Culture PB's channel because he's going to have the awesome after party and there we won't be censored because if you guys don't realize, after this gets posted, Father Zod cleverly put this thing in where it will bleep out all of the naughty words. So, YouTube won't come after a villain for, being a villain.
You don't get censored on mine. You don't get censored on mine. No one gets censored on mine.
So go.
I get censored all the time. What are you talking about?
Go check out the after party. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the super chats. You guys are amazing. Check out my 1K. It's going to be this Sunday. We're looking to stream past 7 hours. So if you're like, oh, but Zod, you're starting at midnight. That is super late. Don't worry about it. I am going to be having this stream go past midnight, probably into the next morning. So you could just be waking up to the smooth sounds of the massive panel we're going to have. I don't know how massive it'll be by that time, but
How many L's are you going to have on this panel? You're going to have a panel full of L's?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot, and some dingoes. There's going to be me, you, Cyber, Mad Squirrel, Stevie J, Perp Minded, the Glarer, Purple Valkyrie, Stone Loki, Justin Proper, Echo Base Network, and probably
the big time
people. Oh yeah. I DM'd a couple of people, so I'm gonna have to figure out a rotation. But I don't know how many people I could put on this thing. But the largest I've seen is like 10, and we got. I was gonna say in the group.
Since you pay for StreamYard, you can put 10 people on. If you don't, you can only put 6 people on.
Yeah, so I pay for it. So yeah, we're gonna have like 10 people on the panel at once, and then I'm gonna rotate some people out and bring some people in. It's gonna be nuts. Like I'm gonna give DMs to a few people on this. Talk to Rob and Gary and Tiffany. I see you there. I'll send you a link and just a bunch of other people. Tammy, Keely. I'm just gonna have it's gonna be a huge panel. That's why when I created the 1K stream, I was like, I'm just gonna put the 10 who are gonna be starting us off, and then I'll send out links as I go because there's way too many people to include in this chat. There's way too many. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be massive, and we're going to be doing some roasting on me. We'll pick out some clips where I've screwed up. Shouldn't be too hard. We're going to do some remember the time, and of course, Zod will be drinking, but not in excess because Bitchy has warned me. So
you just said not in access instead of not in excess, but whatever.
See, there's something else you can clip.
Dude, if we went through, do you have any idea? Perp made that one tribute video, and I was like, God, I'm supposed to still make one. I never made mine. I was like, oh my God, I can't go through and make one of these fucking things. I don't have the, what do I want to say, patience to listen to everything that I've already heard again.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Sorry, my background processes. I'm like, why is everything slow? And I clicked my thing for background processes. I'm like, shit. See? I gotta kill Chrome.
Okay, so while we go kill Chrome, thank you everybody for showing up. Appreciate, love you, and as always, remember the only rule here in the fandom zone. You guessed it. Kneel before Zod.
Fuck off!
The darkness will fall. We never quite saw. We